Welcome back to Miss Jonah Cut with me, your host, Miss Joan, back with another video. Hey, your girl is back. You know how we do over here, baby. We spectate, we do not participate in any drama of any kind. Well, not anymore. But you know how we do over here. Let's get into it. Let me first start off with thank you for everyone who have been patient with me. Thank you for everyone who's been sending their condolences and just all the love and support I've been getting from everyone. Y'all are the real ones, and I appreciate y'all. So, as you see, I'm back with a video. Now, listen, I am still catching up. So bear with me, but I'm getting everything in order. So today we'll be discussing Goomba apologizes to Incoming as he should for disrespecting her, but no longer will speak on JR and Incoming. And baby, y'all already know Melanie Jones. She is the common denominator with all the mess that has been going on in this sector. So we're going to talk about it today. So as I was, as usual, minding my business on this YouTube street, I see JR Kirby. Shout out to JR Kirby, night and day, Incoming opinion. Shout out to y'all. Now I can go over there and watch y'all and don't got to worry about a damn mouth breathing dragon jumping out the bushes. Okay. They were live and Goomba hit the panel. So I'm going to go ahead and just give y'all a little update. Now, I'm pretty sure you all know what's been going on, but just for the sake of the commentary, we're going to discuss it, right? So when I came back, I realized there was pretty much a situation that was stirring between Incoming. Shout out to Incoming, girl, because if it wasn't for you, girl, I probably wouldn't be back so soon. The issue between her, JR Curry, and Melanie Jones. Okay. And so pretty much the situation between these three all stems from where Mel claims that her and JR was conversing behind the scene at some point, right? But we learned that IO and JR was really building a solid relationship between each other. And so now, from what I gather, I've been watching lives, I've been listening, and I've asked Incoming herself. Pretty much, Mel was over there doing a lot of subliminals, which we know she's known for, child. Some damn subliminals, okay? She was over there doing those subliminals, per usual, and she wasn't really saying, I guess, who it was about, but Incoming pretty much caught on that it was about her, right? Excuse me. And so, I guess what happened was Mel fell out with one of her supporters, and the supporter went over to Incoming just to let her know that Mel was pretty much behind the scene threatening to kick her in the head, right? And so Incoming was just like, girl, we're not about to do that. So she went ahead and she hit that live button, baby, and started getting into Mel's ass, okay? So that's how pretty much everything came out, and pretty much that's where we are now, right? So let's talk about this live. So JR went live and Goomba hit the panel, right? And so JR went ahead and started to address how Mel was on her channel, saying one thing. So pretty much what I gather is Mel was over there pretty much saying that she was going to move on with her content. She no longer was going to focus on it, what's going on between them and the beef. And we learned behind the scene, though, she's doing something completely different than what she said she's saying to her supporters. Are we surprised, though? I think not. Okay. So she's still being messy. She's messy behind the scene. So we also learned that what she was doing was she was giving the private messages between her and JR Kirby to Manifest, right? Manifest was going over onto her platform, making content with the private messages that Mel was giving her. And JR went ahead and pretty much struck Manifest channel. And I guess that's why Manifest, from my understanding, can't go live, right? So then Goomba go ahead to state, how he's going to bow out due to realizing the beef between IO, JR, and Mel was pretty much between them and not him. He also then stated that he had spoke to JR, right? So him and JR had a conversation behind the scenes where he asked Goomba to publicly apologize to IO. And so Goomba, kept his man as his word as a man, right? And he came up there and he publicly apologized to Incoming. What he did was, like, a couple days ago, and I was in that live, where he pretty much, I guess, Incoming was speaking and he abruptly stopped her. He pretty much told her to hush up, that the men were talking, and y'all know Incoming, she not having that, baby. So she went ahead and got in his ass, as she should. Okay? Because, I mean, who you telling to hush, child? Who you telling to hush? Anyway, he should have told that ex-wife of his to hush, but I digress. Y'all know my ass is back. Okay? So, now, baby, this is the part that had me like, aha. So Goomba feels that Melanie has been pulling the wool over his eyes. He said it, his words, not mine. And, you know, baby, you know I was going to call it out because, yes, I am being messy.
You're goddamn right.
I am being messy. Okay. So pretty much the conversation that these two were having at the time was to be about how Mel says that she was going to move on to other content, but behind the scenes, she was still being messy, right? So again, we learned Mel was sending. So what happened was what made Goomba feel like Mel was pulling wool over his eyes. She sent him a link to Manifest. You know, that girl loves sending some links. If you ever been behind the scenes with her, you know Mel Jones. Okay. Ugh. You know she send links. Okay. She's a link sending happy heifer. All right. She sent the link to him. And I guess when he went to the live, he realized that Manifest was talking about JR and IO. Well, pretty much was talking about JO's private conversation with Mel. He says he knew something wasn't right pretty much because when he looked in the chat, Mel was in the chat. And she was pretty much being with the mess, child. You know she was being with the mess. And that's when he realized, because to him, he's like, now you done told me that you done with the mess, like you're moving on, but I see you over here in the chat, you sent me the link. And I think he had a light bulb moment and he realized like, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay. It seems like everybody abandoning that ship, child, but that ain't my business. It ain't mine. So then we go on where Goomba went ahead and he claimed that he had no idea what was really going on and that he was blindsided. His words, not mine. He was blindsided by Mel, right? Because again, she's giving him one impression. Oh, you know, I'm done. I'm going to move on with my content. But then when he turns around, y'all know what I'm saying, right? Her actions wasn't matching with them damn slurry words she got. Now, if y'all thought I was going to come up here and be that damn peaceful, then you're mistaken. I'm just saying. And if you're new here, welcome. Yeah, this is how I do. But I'm going to let the girl up for air. I'm going to let her breathe. I said what I had to say. Okay. So then he goes on to say that he went on to say that Mel's live, she was saying, pretty much was saying things about JR and IO. And he realized he wasn't getting the full story. So I guess while he went on a live a couple days that Mel had, and he was pretty much child. He was adding in, being messy, throwing little shots here and there towards JR and IO, right? Incoming. And JR said in his live, he's like, look, you know, it's commentary. You had an opinion. I'm not really tripping. But Goomba's like, yeah, but I wasn't getting the full story. But are you ever? Are you ever getting the full story when it comes to Melanie Jones? Ugh. Are we really? I mean, it's a pattern here, people. Think about it. It's a pattern with this lady. But I digress. So he wasn't aware that IO and JR was actually trying to squash beef with Melanie. I guess they're pretty much, honey, they happy. They in love. They in a honeymoon stage. They loving up on each other. And they really just probably want to move on with their relationship. You know, they didn't have their words with Mel. But is Mel going to really let it go? Now, from what I'm getting, behind the scenes, she's not really letting it go. She's letting Manifest do all her dirty work. That's what they saying on the streets, child. That's what they saying. So then JR called on Mel to hit the link. Now, before this, Goomba said now let me say this. I jumped ahead. Goomba said out of his own mouth that going forward, he will no longer address the issue with I guess those three, and that he dropped down. So Goomba pretty much says he's out of it. He don't got nothing to do with it. He don't want nothing to do with it. So once he dropped down, IO did hit the link, and JR was calling on Mel to hit the link. Baby, we know she wasn't going to show though. Now, I ain't going to lie. Before I left like 2 months ago, you even said Mel, you said night or day, you said Jones, anything. Her ass was hitting your link and barking at you. But she was nowhere to be found today, y'all. She was nowhere to be found, child. We ain't see her. So I was like, oh, so she not hitting the link, child. Okay. So then JR and IO continue to have the conversation after Goomba left. And honestly, I truly believe that Mel don't really want to squash this beef, right? I think it's a good illusion to put out, right? So it's like a really good illusion. She wants her supporters to think that she's going to be the bigger person, child. She's going to be the one who's going to go kumbaya, kumbaya, right? Oh Lord, kumbaya. But really behind the scenes, she being messier than a motherfucker. Okay. And that's the problem. Clearly. Well, that's one of the problems, child. All right. So though it seems that like Mel is going around saying, now this, I'm listening to the conversation. You have to go check out JR Curry's live, right? He's having a conversation with IO there, and I noticed what he was pretty much getting around to was Mel is going around saying and stating that night and day didn't help her build her channel, right? And I remember her saying distinctively to me herself out of her own big ass mouth that she did not want people to think that she was using night and day to build her channel. Again, those actions don't be matching with those words, child, but I'm gonna leave that there, okay? And she's going around also saying that like she helped build other people's channel because she was promoting them. Baby, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna be so actual factual. I have no problems giving person the credit who helps me, or if I've seen other people channels get built off somebody else, I have no problems admitting it, right? That girl definitely didn't help me, and she didn't help Kimmy. Kimmy got that off of her own. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, Nay, she got her channel up off her own. Like, yes, we all share and we support each other. That don't mean that you help the person get their channel, girl. You got to have more subscribers than all of us for you to say you helped us, child. Y'all better stop playing with me. Okay? So this is the same person who shot. Now, this is the thing. Why are we surprised that Mel is pretty much not giving credit where credit's due? I told y'all in that What's Beef video that I did on her, this is the same person who shot out her own self when she got her 1K. What I understand is why everybody acting surprised, like that the evidence is there. It is out here. Okay. This is the same female, okay, female, who literally said, shout out to me for my 1K. But, you know, I'm sure she's like, oh, I was just kidding. But she's still doing it. So were you really that girl? Were you really though? Anyway, baby, obsession is real. Obsession is real. The way, now look, maybe it's the way they're perceiving it with her, but baby, they definitely giving off Fatal Attraction vibes that this girl is really having a hard time accepting the fact that JR didn't want her and he chose IO, and that she keeps walking around here. Now, let me not get ahead of my notes because we about to get into all that, okay? Now, I see there are a lot of people that are at odds with Manifest, right? Let me go ahead and address this, right? Me personally, I don't have no issues with Manifest, right? I've never had a bump in with her. I never really had any issue with her. So I don't have no beef with Shorty, right? But my only message to Manifest would be, honey, there's nothing wrong about standing by your girl. I commend you for it. You're a real one for that. But sometimes you have to know when the ship is sinking, boo. You got to know when that ship is sinking, boo. That's it and that's all. That's all I can say. Okay? Blue, blue. Capsize. Have you ever heard of the Titanic, girl? Moving right along. I'm just saying. Girl, look, just keep it on. It's more. So let's just go ahead and talk about common denominators, right? It can't be everybody else. If there are at least 5 content creators that are at odds with Melanie, right? And they all, and at least 3 or 4 of us have voice recordings and proof that she's behind the scene talking about people. At some point, baby, you got to realize you the common denominator and you are the issue. You are the problem. The problem is you, boo. The problem is you. So during JR's live, a video was played. Shout out to my girl Nay Experience. Y'all shout her out. Go check her out and her channel, baby. I be having fun over there when I be hitting her link. We be just talking. It's a vibe. Y'all gotta show her some love, okay? And they pretty much just played a video. It was a snippet with Jelly when she hit the panel and she was supposed to, you know, this is when she first came out and talked about Mel and her behind the scenes saying, you know, that Mel was talking behind people's back, right? So from my understanding, Mel is painting this narrative that Incoming is the other woman, right? This is from the live I'm listening to, and that her and JR was talking and planning on seeing each other. So this whole thing about like how she was asking like what train to take to get to him. Now, from my understanding from JR's side, he's saying he never asked the girl to come see him. She automatically, I mean, she is aggressive, right? So she might have just been like, hey, you know, I want to come see you. What train do I take to come see you? Now, I don't know if there's messages out here to prove that he actually said, come see me. But from his word, he ain't never invite the heifer to where he was at. She took it upon herself to want to go see him. Okay. I'm going to just say that as far as I'm concerned, JR is claiming IO in public. Okay. In public. In front of everybody. And that's all that really matters. Right. So, Melanie girl, take that tap on the chin, girl. That 90 degrees. You know what? I'm going to be nice. Girl, take that tap on the chin and let it go. Just let it go, girl. See, that's me being nice. I could be nice, y'all. Who shall? So after that, you know, they ended the live and then Incoming went live, right? So I headed over to Incoming's live, girl, because she was going to continue it. Baby, let me tell you something. Come on in. Y'all know my day ones. I appreciate y'all know. Come on in. Lean it on in. Baby. Incoming live. Baby had some receipts. And you know we love us some receipts, right? So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay. All right. So I head over to Incoming's live and Stacy B hits the panel. Shout out to Io and Stacy B. I just recently met Stacy B, boo. Shout out to you. But when I say you kept your word, you kept your word. And for that, I respect you as a woman because it ain't nothing I like more than a woman or a man who say they gonna do something and they do it. Not because you gave out the recordings, but because you actually say you was gonna do it and you did it. So girl, you'll always have mad respect for me for that. Okay? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, booze. Thank you. So Stacy B was up there talking to Incoming and she goes to explain how Mel reached out to her. So they were having a conversation behind the scene and Stacy B pretty much said she wasn't really feeling like how Melanie was coming at us. It wasn't sitting right with her. So she took it upon herself to send Mel a message. Now she says it herself and we did see the receipt and see the message that she said pretty much it was a book. But baby, let me tell you something. When you got to get your feelings out, you got to get your feelings out. So I ain't mad at her. So she reached out to her and she said she had an issue with how I guess Mel was going at Evangelist Val. Shout out to Evangelist Val. Baby, I hope you feel better. I hope you get well. And my prayers are with you. You're in my prayers. And I know God got you. Okay? All right. So Stacy B goes to explain pretty much she did not like that, right? So she addressed her about it. Now you have to go over to Incoming and read it. Incoming does read it. It was a lot. I'm not going through it. I'm just giving y'all a rundown. Okay? What happened on this live. So she pretty much let her know she didn't appreciate it. She wasn't really feeling it. So then Stacy B then let us know that Mel started sending her messages after this where she was talking about Manifest, Kimmy, Io, and Nay, right? And Val. And that Stacy B told her she didn't like it. Now, when you see these messages, Stacy B straight told her, girl, I don't know why you feel comfortable talking to me about them. I don't know why. I said, I know that's right. Okay. So she ended up sending the screenshots to IO, right? And she sent the recordings with the conversation between her and Mel. Baby Stacy kept it 100. That's what up, girl. So then Mel says in her message, now I'm gonna go ahead and just give you some cliff notes from the message I heard. Again, please go over to incoming to actually hear the recordings for yourself, because of course you know she said more, but I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some cliff notes. So Mel says in this message that she wasn't going to read Stacy's full message. I wanted to address that first because that is so disrespectful. You know how when somebody like spill out their heart to you or their feelings to you and it's genuine, and the first thing they say, girl, I ain't reading all that. Really? She straight just pretty much told her in that message, like, girl, I ain't reading all that. I was like, the disrespect is real. Okay. So maybe IO played the audio, and where Mel did, she said she had no clue why Manifest was doing what she was doing. She was telling, right? So this is what happened. There's word going around that Mel, I don't know, Mel is behind the scenes supposedly talking about Manifest. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all know that. I wouldn't say she's talking about Manifest, but it is a possibility that the way she's talking to other people about the stuff that Manifest is doing on her behalf, she may not be coming across that way to Manifest herself. I don't know the dynamic of their relationship, but something just ain't right. Okay. So Mel goes to say, because Stacy wanted to know why Manifest she was going at somebody. I'm sorry, I missed the name. Again, go listen to the recordings. And Mel's response was, in the audio, she had no clue why Manifest was doing what she was doing and was telling her to stand down. And how she keeps asking her to stand down. And she was just like, girl, she's making it worse for me. I don't know why I keep telling her to stand down, but she just keep doing it anyway. Then Mel Jones goes to say that she rode for night and day, right? And that they expired her. They expired her to be the content creator she is today. And now she's at a point where she just doesn't have the energy to fight. Wow, fight the whole entire internet, right? And how she wants to focus on her content. Girl, what content? I mean, it sounds shady, right? It sounds shady, but if we're gonna be for real, what content? What when we go to your channel, what can we learn? What can we get from it, right? Like, I'm not boasting. I do commentary, I watch, I do notes, and I tell y'all in a nice amount of time everything that's happened, so you're caught up. Right? Most people now, some people make a platform where they allow people to come on there and express their grievances, and it's like a Royal Rumble, right? They just fight it out. You know, that's entertaining, you know, but what content? Because them late nights, them freaky deaky late nights, girl, that, okay, you know what? Back to my notes, because it ain't about her. Ain't about her like that. Anyway. So then Mel states that her and JR wasn't together, right? But that she just wanted him to answer the question whether him and Io was together. Now, here's what I call a contradiction, right? So she's really hell-bent on letting everybody know that JR lied to her and Io, right? Now, she says in this recording she and JR wasn't together. She even made it seem as though they wasn't even talking like that. So why are you mad or feeling some type of way or had any feelings whatsoever that incoming and JR is together if y'all weren't talking like that? Girl, that came out your mouth. Okay? That came out your mouth. Not my mouth, your mouth. Help me help you help me understand what the hell you talking about, but I digress, right? So she pretty much was saying that she just wanted to answer on whether him and Io was together, and that she keeps asking Manifest to just stop, right? So she's saying she wants Manifest. She said she keeps saying she's asking Manifest to stop. This is in the recordings, y'all, okay? To just stop because Io was on her head. Let me tell you something about incoming. If you've been around these YouTube streets long enough, once you are on incoming's radar, baby girl, don't let up. See, me and Mel had talks. Now, not about income, but we had talks about content creators you just don't fuck with, excuse my language, because they don't play. Incoming is one of them girls, if you come at her crazy, she's going to make you a whole entire spectacle. You did it to yourself, boo. Because from my understanding, you was doing mad subliminals. She caught that subliminal like I did, and she got in that ass. Stop playing with us. Child. Grown ass woman on this app acting like she don't know how to act, like she ain't got no damn home training. And I said it. Anyway, back to my notes. So then she goes to say that Kimmy, so now it was word that she did talk about Kimmy and some people. So this is what she said. She then goes to say that Kimmy jumped in it and that Kimmy has no real content. Nate has no real content, and how she's not going to throw Manifest away because Manifest is literally the only person who has stood by her through this whole entire mess, right? But she's saying other people don't have content. Girl, what's your content though? And that's like a legit ass real question that I'm seriously asking without being facetious. Girl, what's your content? What can, if you had to summarize and put it inside of put it in a summary in your about section, could you explain what your content is about? I'll wait. I mean, can one of y'all let me know what her content is? And if you're a male supporter, let me know, because you should know what her content is. You should be able to break down exactly what her content is. Because it ain't making sense. Okay. So then she goes ahead and claim that she's moved on with her content and how JR was lying to them both. This is what she is saying, and how she never liked Incoming Opinion anyway. Like, I guess some issue she had, and I know she was a part of one of Incoming's group, VIP group. Again, I'm catching up on everything. I guess she got the boot, child. This girl stay getting the boot, child. And you know, when she get kicks off or lose a ranch, that girl don't know how to act. She lose her mind. But she pretty much goes to say how people pretty much sit, like she don't understand how people could sit in Incoming's live for 2 hours while she drags another woman. Girl, are you fucking serious though? Like, you serious? Girl, you did lives on Jaguar, right, girl? You did lives on Sam. You did lives on TJ, girl. These are all women, by the way. You did live on me, girl. Now, I had mine's coming, so I'll take that. But, girl, you still did it. And I'm a woman. I actually look like one. Oh, shit. Shot call. My bad, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying, man. I'm coming back. I'm getting back in the rhythm of things. Whew. Okay. I'm just trying to say, like, how you gonna get mad for us sitting in the chat watching her drag your ass, but you drag women too? Girl, it's the victimizing for me. It's the victim. I'm a victim, girl. You ain't a victim. You're an antagonist, and you a villain, and your ass don't know how to handle that villain role. You should have picked a part before you bring your ass on here. Okay, let me get back, because girl, y'all know I'm about to go on a rant. All right, so. So then she goes ahead and address how she never had an issue with Val, right? But the fact that Valerie was jumping on a bandwagon, I guess, with the whole, I guess Melanie went at somebody. She just was pretty much saying, all she said about Val, she was getting annoyed with her. But what I was hearing from Incoming Girl is that she was saying some really horrible things about Val and her health, right? Now, I was over on a panel, right, with Nate Experience and Stacy B, and Stacy told us she was going to release these clips, child, and she did. And let me tell you something. I'll be lying if I said I didn't want to hear it, because I did. And I was going to first say, now here's some things. It's some clips out here of Melanie now, Jelly, and she said she ain't going to release them, so this ain't even about Jelly, right? Y'all seem like y'all gonna deal with Jelly. That's on y'all. Jelly says she got some audio of her crying over JR. Baby, let's be honest, that's what we really want to hear. That's what we really want to hear. If we gonna be honest, we really want that tea on them cry notes, right? I'll be lying if I say I didn't want to hear it. Let me tell you something. If Mel keep it up, they are gonna come out. Eventually, they gonna get dropped. I don't know, maybe her and Jelly is patching things up, but baby, I have a weird feeling one of these mornings we gonna wake up and hit this YouTube streets, and we gonna hear some sobbing, and baby, this street's gonna eat it up, including my ass. I sure will. So in these clips, Mel claims that she's been checking Manifest. She says this like 3 times. in her recordings. That's why you hear me mention it again. And how she's been going rogue. Baby, she said manifesting went rogue, child. Baby, she said manifesting left, jumped off the ship, got in a little rowboat, and just went on and decided to just start just splashing water on everybody, child. And I'm like, really? So she's saying she's going rogue and she's messing everything up for her. Now, she said this out her own mouth about her own homegirl. Child, I wonder if Manifest knows that. I mean, if she knows it, then it ain't a surprise. Well, anyway, child. So while listening to everyone talk about everything that's been going on in their experiences with Melanie Jones, I see she has like a really nasty habit of discussing other people's deceased relatives and people who have like health issues. Here's my thing. Baby, that's the quickest way for you to block your blessings. That's the quickest way for you to block a blessing. Remember that. Right? And the time when it comes for people to have sympathy and empathy for you, they won't. Because people don't forget stuff like that. People don't forget stuff like that. Baby, she is nasty and rude.
I don't ever bring anybody around me like that.
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude. So nasty and so rude.
Well, she's telling the truth on that one.
So nasty and so rude.
Isn't that what that's called, Nene? Nasty and rude? She is so nasty and so motherfucking rude. Now, I knew something was off with the heifer. Okay, the baby cow. When she talked about that lady's son over on Kimmy's panel a couple months ago. When you could talk about a person's child, it's a problem. When you can talk about a person's deceased relatives, there's a problem. Baby, you know what? You talk real tough. You know what sector they talk about a lot of deceased relatives? The beef sector. Girl, take your ass over to the beef sector. Let's see if you can survive over there. Baby, they will chew your ass up and spit you out, and you will never be the same again. You'll be traumatized. You gonna keep playing, and you gonna mess with the wrong one, girl, and they gonna truly hurt your feelings. So I say all this to say, right? Let's bring it to a conclusion. After all I've heard so far and catching up while I'm still in the process of catching up on things, the fact that Melanie Jones has teamed up with Jaguar, right, child? Y'all heard it right. I heard that Jag was over there on Melanie Jones' panel. The same one that she literally was attacking. Anytime Jag would hit AT2 panel or hit somebody's panel, who was coming up there like a damn guard dog, Cujo, and trying to, she chased, let me tell you something. Y'all can say what y'all want. Jag avoided Melanie Jones because Jag couldn't handle the pressure. Because the way she would like, you know, get her. The way she was, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And let's be honest. Only those who no longer are accepted into the sector runs to Jag. Those who've hit rock bottom in the sector runs to Jag. And we all know Jag don't have loyalty to nobody, no one but her damn self. And let me tell you what Jag is doing. Jag only shows up when she's gonna lick the wounds of her victim's child. And when she no longer needs for Melanie Jones, her ass gonna be gone. She gonna drag her, she gonna crack her, she's gonna humiliate that damn girl. She's gonna sit up there, laugh at her. Girl, I ain't gonna name drop other people because this ain't about them, but it's a couple content creators that was out here and was one of the most disliked. And guess who they ran to? Jaguar, right? And Jag went over there and, oh, you're so great at what you do. Oh my God, you know, they're this, they're that. And then where's Jag now? Child. Okay. But that's all I got for y'all. So overall, don't become the sector's runt. That's it. Don't become the sector's runt. That, therefore, You don't ever have to worry about running to Jaguar Suzette Wright Johnson so that she could clown your ass, because you know that's going to happen, right? If you stuck it out to the end, you're a real one. I really appreciate you. It feels great to be back. I hope you stuck it out to the end, because if you did, I appreciate you. You know how we do over here. I hope everyone have a blessed rest of their week, and smooches.